Kyle Larson wins an insane all-star race format. Who could have foreseen it? Also, we will talk about the surprises of the race and was this a good format or not? All that and more coming up next on the recap. So, like I called it, Kyle Larson won on the last segment with an absolutely insane pass on Chase Elliott, where he went up to a groove that nobody had basically raced or passed in all race. A lot of people had gone up there and wrecked. Nobody had passed and made it work, but he went ahead and made it work on that last segment, or whatever they call it, round, I guess is what they were calling it there, and he got the best of Chase Elliott there. And I also told you those were the last, on the preview, that those were the last two champions of the All-Star race, so feeling pretty good today. Called the race winner and sort of predicted who would be battling for it. And that's actually turning out to be the battle of the season, is Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, as those are two guys who are on the same team and sort of going at it. So it's got sort of like a Formula One feel. If you're familiar with Formula One, the drivers are often competing against their teammates, and that's kind of how this feels. Okay, so at this point, picking Kyle Larson, not really, the craziest thing in the world. But if anybody wants to take me to Vegas, hey, right here. For entertainment purposes only, of course. But let's look at some of the surprises from this race. First off, Ross Chastain absolutely killed it in the open. I mean, he drove from dead last all the way to the first segment win. I'm talking about the first segment win in that open. That was pretty insane. He couldn't do the whole Cinderella story like Kyle Larson did the year that he raced his way into the open and then won the All-Star race. So it didn't have that happy ending, but he showed some strength in the actual All-Star race itself. The format, I think the format kind of hurt him. Not sure exactly what happened to him at the end, but anyway, he was a good, pleasant surprise of the All-Star race. Didn't get the finish he wanted, but he definitely let everybody know he was there for sure. Another surprise, and this was sort of a negative, Bubba Wallace did not win the fan vote. And I don't care if you like Bubba Wallace, you don't like Bubba Wallace, but the fact of the matter remains, he's got Michael Jordan and the Jordan brand, he's got Denny Hamlin, he's got Dr. Pepper, he's got DoorDash, and he's got McDonald's and Columbia Sportswear. His media team absolutely failed him, because with all that much momentum, with that big of a platform, those guys on his media team should have been hustling to get those votes. It seems like they just sort of hands off, step back, and kind of were lazy about it. If I'm Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, I 100% know what I'm doing Monday morning when I walk into that room. I'm finding me some more media people. I don't know what to say. Especially since, on that exact same note, the guy who did win the fan vote, Matt Debenedetto, has a social media team of Matt Debenedetto, and he won the fan vote. So I don't know. That is an awesome surprise. Glad to see Matty D in with the fan vote. I hate that he had to get the fan vote to get in, but also in the All-Star race, he showed his chops, and he was up in there, mixing it up, making his presence known as well. You don't really want to be voted in, but if you have to be voted in, you would want your social media team to do their best job, and clearly Matt Debenedetto's team did. And 23-11, this is somewhat concerning to me, because if you can't even win the fan vote with everything you've got going on and all that momentum you've got going, it kind of makes me wonder about the organization of the whole organization as a whole. Like, what are they doing? Are these bad finishes a result of just a poorly organized group? Because we know they've got good equipment in that Gibbs equipment. They should be getting better finishes, and I don't know. It doesn't speak well for the organization itself, I guess, is my big takeaway from him not even winning the fan vote. That's insane to me. All right, and on to the other aspect. Was this a good All-Star race format? I think a lot of people will say it was, because it was a really good finish. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was. I think the 10 laps at the very end is a good thing, because you have an absolute shootout for the race win. So I think you keep that. But the rest of it wasn't so good. I mean, inverting the field, not inverting the field, 12, 8. It was kind of dumb. And then you've got points of your previous races. I think they got bailed out with a good finish. Kyle Larson had a dominant car. He's the best driver right now on the hottest streak right now. He overcame, I think, a really stupid format and a stupid system. And the other guys, I think, some of them played strategy and it didn't work out for them. So I think it was just really, there's so much going on that there's not enough time to build up drama or even concentrate on the strategy that a guy's taking. So I think at the end of the day, the format was still trash, but they got lucky and got bailed out with a really good performance from Kyle Larson, racing Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski at the end, because Brad Keselowski showed no strength in this entire deal. He just really used strategy and drove his absolute tail off to get that second. He probably had like a 5th or 6th place car, so it was actually a great driving performance from Brad Keselowski as well. But even better strategy from his team, and actually got kind of lucky with the caution falling that way. But that's all I got on this recap. Let me know down below if you disagree with me or something I missed or whatever in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. It helps me out a whole lot. And thanks for your time. Peace.